Hello and welcome to episode 9 of the By the Lakeside podcast. My name is Sandy and this is my podcast about my knitting and sewing adventures, which mostly take place in my craft room here, which is in my home and by the lake. It's been a few weeks since I podcast last, I think almost a month. And so I just wanted to take a moment and say welcome back everyone and Happy New Year. I hope you all had a wonderful holiday. If you celebrate Christmas or if you don't, I hope it was a great time with people that you love and that you're having the greatest start to the new year as possible. Around here, it's been a little bit quiet, but also really busy at the same time, so just family busy, but all good stuff and kind of low-key. We had a really great holiday and we're just getting back into the swing of things. This last week was the first week back at school for the kids, and I only had a week and a half off, but it was really nice and I got a lot of knitting done. So I have lots to talk about. I should start out by just mentioning where else you can find me. On Instagram and Ravelry, I am SANDYRAN. I do have an Etsy shop where I sell project bags, and that is called Sandy by the Lakeside. And I do also have a Ravelry group. If you go into Ravelry onto the groups tab and search by the Lakeside, you'll find our group there. And I haven't really been too active on it, but I have been checking in. There have been some great entries into the Crafty Winter Make-Along posts that I have there, and I haven't been commenting as much lately. It's just been a little bit busy, but I have been checking in and loving catching up on what everyone has been making over the holidays. So why don't we get started with some knitting? I have lots of stuff. I'm super excited with my knitting right now. I'm in a really good place. So let's just get started. I actually have a finished object this week, which I'm really, really happy about. I finally finished this pair of socks. I have the other one here. This has been my first pair of socks that I knit in Magic Loop. It is a beautiful yarn. I love this yarn so much. It is Hedgehog fibers. The sock, I think it's just a regular sock yarn. It's not the skinny singles, it's the other one. And this color is ZEPHYR. And I really love this color. Really, really love it. It's really fun. It was a fun knit, I think mostly because of the yarn. It's just a vanilla sock. But I love it. It's really pretty. I still need to weave in my ends. I did the toes, but not here. But I wore them on New Year's Eve because that's the day I finished them, and I was super excited and happy. The only thing I did notice with these is I do have quite a bit of laddering where my needles broke, or you know, where they separated from one needle to another. Other than that, it was a really good knit, and I liked using a circular needle. But yeah, I just noticed it's quite a bit, and when I put them on, you can see it quite a bit. And another funny little thing is my my heel flap turned out a little bit different from one to the other. And I don't really care, but I don't know what I did. I obviously did something a little bit off, but really happy to finally have a pair of socks done. So that is my first and only finished object for right now. But I think a couple of podcasts ago, I mentioned that I just wasn't feeling the sock knitting, and the one thing that did, I'm gonna grab it, the one thing that got me really, really excited to knit socks again was this beautiful self-striping sock, or sock yarn, from the Cozy Knitter, and this was my Christmas sock, which I didn't end up finishing, but it was this gorgeous self-striping yarn that I had so much fun knitting, that really got me excited about socks again and got me on a kick to get going. And I was moving really, really well with these until I got a little bit distracted. I think I saw Sarah from Love Sock Wool post a picture on Instagram maybe of the ZEPHYR Hedgehog fibers yarn, and it reminded me that I was on the second one and I was almost done. So it just inspired me to pick that one back up and get going on it. And I put this one aside, so I'm a little bit bummed that I lost steam on this one, but I love it so much that I think I'm just going to finish the first one and then set it aside for a little bit later and probably knit on them next year, because I probably wouldn't be wearing the Christmas sock for much longer anyways, and by the time I finish the second one, because I'm not very quick, I think I'm going to save this and have a fun little Christmas sock for next year. But it was totally the self-striping yarn that got me really excited, and I breezed through those, and I've been looking for what my next sock will be, and I started one. I think I'm going to jump to another one, but I'll talk about that a little bit later. So my next thing would be a half object. So I do have something that I have finished half of. I've got it in this beautiful bag from Amber. She's from Maker's Haven. This was a bag that we did a little swap for, and I really love it. It's a drawstring bag, and inside I have slipper one of my, what are they called? They are called the Simple House Slippers. So I finished one just yesterday, and it's so cute. I love it. Hard to see. Maybe I could probably pop it on here. Let's see. This was a fun knit. I really liked it. So here it is. Super cute. I thought I might make these as a Christmas gift, and obviously I didn't get to it. So I just finished the one, and I did a mattress stitch on the back, and that wasn't as bad as I thought. I used a tutorial on YouTube from Very Pink Knits, who I love, and super easy, and I got that done. So the pattern is the Simple House Slippers, and I think when I searched that up, I found it quite easily, but I think it was on the Temple of Knit blog. I don't remember the pattern being on Ravelry, but it is free. And I used this yarn, which I spoke about previously. It's the Briggs & Little Heritage yarn. It's their 2-ply. And it's a really sturdy and strong wool. It's even a little bit, I don't want to use the word rough because it has a negative sound to it, but it is like a workhorse type of yarn. It's really heavy duty. It's 100% pure wool. It's made in Canada, and the color I have is mauve. And I really love this. This is the perfect yarn for these slippers. I think they hold the shape and the stitch really nicely. The stitch definition is beautiful. And it was a fun knit. I'm actually looking forward to doing the second one. It was really easy. It took, you have to kind of read through to understand how they work it out, but it's a really simple concept, and how you knit it together is really fun and super easy. If you have knit a sock, this is not a problem. Super easy. So I love this. I am excited to cast on the next one. I'm a big slipper person, and I think these are going to be a cute little house slipper for me. So that's my half object, which I'm really excited about doing the second one. And here, I think I'm going to have enough from the first skein to do the second one as well. So I think I have an extra one, but I think I'll probably do another set of slippers for a gift. I think it's a really fun knit. So that is my half object. Now I'm going to jump into some whips. So the first one I have, I've actually got both of them in my my fringe supply company in my feel bag. So here's my first one in the blue bag. And I was watching Tabby and Rachel on the Hey Sister podcast, just their most recent podcast, and they had some fun finished objects. I think they were going over their Christmas presents or Christmas knits that they had made for people, and I was totally inspired by a hat that Tabby made. It is the seal hat. Here's a picture. And this is also a really fun but simple knit. I have been loving this. I just cast on a couple of days ago. I am using MALABRIGO yarn. This is all I have left. I am using the MALABRIGO MECCHA, which is a pure merino superwash wool in the color PLOMO. And I'm almost at the point of decreasing for the crown, and I'm really enjoying this. It's just a really simple 1x1 rib hat, and it's got a little bit of slouch to it. So yeah, this has been a lot of fun to work with. It's a nice chunky kind of yarn, but it's also smooth. It doesn't have a lot of halo or fuzziness to it, but I really like the stitch definition I'm getting, and the color is really neat. I had ordered this yarn and then picked it up at the store's called Knit-O-Matic in Toronto, and it's not far from my work. So I thought if I ordered it online and just to pick it up, then it would stop me from browsing, because I didn't want to browse the shop and then buy a lot of yarn I didn't need. I was trying to be really good and specific about my project. And when I ordered it, I thought I didn't see all the purple in it, but I do really like it. It's kind of like a washed out black. It reminds me of a black marker when you color, but you're starting to lose the ink. It's starting to dry out, and so you see that little bit of washed out purple tone. But I really like it. I was thinking I was going to make this for my oldest son, Camden. I'm not sure. I'm going to see how the color is with his coat and on him, because I was thinking like a charcoal gray or black would be nice for him. And if this color doesn't work out for him, then I will probably keep it for myself. So there it is. I've got my beautiful little progress keeper here from the Gnome Knitter. It's my little waffles, or waffle with butter and syrup. And I'm using the recommended needle size here too, which was a US size 10 or 6mm on the 16-inch. So that's it. This is my my new whip, and I will probably be done this in another day or two. If I get some time to finish it this weekend, then I will. Because I've actually got a couple of other things that I'm anxious to cast on for, but I'm being really good. I'm trying to really get through one project, or at least 3/4 of it, before I cast on the next one, because having too many whips or things on the needles tends to stress me out, and then I don't get enough time for each one, and I don't really feel like I'm making any progress. So I'm keeping it really tight when it comes to what projects I'm working on, and trying to get through them a little bit quicker that way, which seems to be working. So in my second field bag, which is the gray one, oh, I got this cute little pin. I actually got a set of really cute pins, which I ordered from the workroom in downtown Toronto. This is the little sewing machine. I think I might have them here. I could show you the rest of them after. I think they're by the company Colette, like the Colette patterns, but they're really nice enamel pins, really cute. So in this field bag, I have my Ardent shawl, which is still not finished, but I'm really getting there. I'm getting a lot of progress made on it. It's called the Ardent, and it's by JANINA, KALLIO. I've talked about it a few times. I just wanted to show some of the progress I've been making on it. This is still a really fun knit, and I was spending quite a bit of time on this one most nights until I started the hat a couple of days ago. So here it is. I think last time I didn't move my progress keeper. I think I was in this section somewhere, so I've managed to get all the way to the next section of eyelet rows. It's a little bit hard to see. But the only thing I'm really wondering about this is, I think this is my last repeat or section. You can see here there's one here, second one here, and then this is the third one, which is getting quite long. But I think it's my last one, And then after this one, I start decreasing, and it doesn't seem as big as I thought it would, which is kind of unusual. But when I look at the picture, it looks, I mean, it's hard to tell because there isn't a person, but it seemed bigger to me. So I hope I'm doing it right and that my gauge isn't completely off, or maybe I just will have to block it and maybe it'll block out a little bit bigger. But yeah, I'm getting really close to finishing on my pattern. And I thought it just seemed a little bit small, but I still love it. It's beautiful. I really can't wait to wear this one. This one is, I've mentioned before, I will grab it. This is the Manos. Maybe I've misplaced my band. This is the Manos del Uruguay yarn, and the color is Pewter, which I've talked about before. I'll put the information on the screen because I don't remember the name of the yarn, but this has been really nice to work with. I'm really enjoying it still, and I'm really excited for this finished project. So I just wanted to bring that one out and show you that one again. And I think maybe by the next time, I'm hoping by the next time I podcast that this one will be complete or very, very, very close to casting off or binding off. So yeah, this one, I'm happy. I'm really happy with this. And I've been noticing on Janina KALLIO's Instagram, she's been posting lots of pictures over the holidays of finished objects of her patterns, and they're all really beautiful. I'm definitely going to take a look at her patterns again and maybe try some more, because I feel like the way her patterns are written, I'm kind of funny. There are some patterns that I feel like they're harder to understand just by the way they're written out, even just how the instructions are. And I find that this Joji Locatelli and also Janina KALLIO write patterns the way that I like to read them. So it's kind of like each instruction is on one single line, and then you go to the next line. And at the end of each section, they also tell you how many stitches you should be left with, which I really like. I just find it easy if you lose your place or you can't remember where you were or something. Like, I usually keep a sticky note here, but it's always falling off. But with the way that these instructions are written, it's really easy to go back and count and kind of figure out where you are. And I feel like I'm such a distracted knitter that is really helpful for me. So I'm loving this project. I'm gonna keep going, and I'm almost there. I'm almost close to finishing both of those whips. So I'm super excited about that. What else do we have? I think that's it for whips. I did cast on a new sock on Christmas Eve because I was trying to participate in the Little Bobbins Christmas Eve cast on, which was really fun. But I didn't love the project I chose. And I think I'm all about timing. I think it was a really pretty yarn and it's fine, but I just wasn't in the mood for it. So I'm being totally ruthless with stopping those projects early on so I don't feel bad about my knitting. I think I will like it and use that yarn later. It's the Bergère de France, the Gumi 50, I think it was. Really, really pretty, and I've seen tons of people knit socks with it, and it's super nice. But I think I just have my heart set on another self-striping right now, so we will see. I'm going to show you something next, actually, and I think that's what I'm going to cast on. So I'm going to move into things that I got. Some of them are Christmas presents, and one order I had placed with Knit Picks, it arrived a few weeks before Christmas, just after my last podcast, so I didn't get a chance to show you. But I have been wanting some Knit Picks Felice yarn for quite some time, but every time I've gone to check, they're sold out on the colors that I like. So there was a new release and some new colors, and I did order a few, and they make me very, very happy. They're so pretty. So I don't know if I have the, Oh, I don't have the color names here. Oh, I do. So this one is Saltwater Taffy. I think this was a new one. Really pretty. So that was one color I ordered. Another one I ordered was Unicorn. And again, really happy, pretty colors. Love that. Then I ordered this I thought would be great for the boys. It's called Lost Lakes. I think this one they had before, and this one is back again because I'm pretty sure I've seen it. And I thought I might make the boys socks, but I was looking at a lot of self-striping yarn, and it was sock yarn, and James was looking at them with me, and we were picking out our favorite colors, and he loved, it was a different sock yarn, but he loved a blue striping yarn. He's a big fan of blue. And he said that he wanted a hat out of it. And I remembered I had this, so I showed him, and he has now requested that I make him a hat using this. So I think once I finish my seal hat, I'm going to cast on one of these for James and make him probably a sock head hat out of that. And then this one I think is the one that I'm going to cast on next. I'm not sure. This one is Chickadee. And I think this might be the sock that I want to knit. I think it's either that one or this one. I feel like I need some stripes. I need something to keep me going. There's something fun about knitting a self-striping yarn or sock. So that's it. And there's this beautiful, it's not picking it up very well, but this really pretty mint green tucked in there, which I think really makes the sock special. So that's going to be my next sock. I might start that tonight. And I don't know if I should start on DPNs or on the circulars. Again, I'm trying to figure out. Don't know what to do. Okay, so next thing that I got, let's see. Okay, so for Christmas, I got a little bit of Christmas money from my parents, and I recently, very recently, just after Christmas actually, discovered that ESPACE TRICOT, which is a yarn store, yarn shop in Montreal, and I've heard of them before. I've ordered yarn a long time ago. I ordered my Julie Asselin yarn for my, which one was that? My campside shawl. I ordered the yarn for that shawl from their shop quite a long time ago. Here's their business card. But I just discovered that they have a podcast, and had lots of fun and watched both of their episodes, I think the first night I found them, and loved it, and was checking out their online shop again. And they're one of the few people that, I mean, I know there are a few more across Canada that carry HEDGEHOG fibers, but they're one of the few that seem to have a reasonable selection of the colors and some of the different weights. And they're not necessarily local, but they're about 5.5 hours away from me. I don't know if I can call them my new local yarn shop, but I do have family in Montreal, and so I am now planning on a visit maybe in the springtime or summer, and I definitely want to check out their store. They've got just the perfect selection of yarns. The projects that they have, that they make the samples for the shop, which you can see on their Ravelry page. They're really, really beautiful. The colors, the yarns they choose, really, really my jam. So I loved discovering their podcast. They are Melissa and Lisa, and they are really sweet ladies. And watching them, I just got sucked in and decided to order some stuff from them with my Christmas money. So the first thing that I ordered was this Joe Sharp Silk Road yarn. And I ordered this because in one of their episodes, I don't know which one, but one of them was wearing a little kind of shawlette, or kind of like, not a cowl, but like a, well, what's it called? It's called the Romney kerchief. So I've already purchased the pattern. It's a Jared Flood pattern. It's Romney kerchief, the textured triangle. And Melissa I think was wearing it, and in this yarn too, and I just had to copy it because I thought, what a great yarn. It's black with this little bit of like a gray, like a really nice gray kind of tweed feel to it. So it is the Silk Road Aran Tweed. It is 85% wool, 10% silk, and 5% cashmere. So really, really great to have up against your neck. And as soon as I get really close to finishing either the hat or the shawl and I'm ready for my next cast on, this is what I'm casting on. I'm hoping I can do this before before the cold weather escapes us here, but I think we have quite a bit more of it, another couple of months. So this I'm excited about. This is going to be a selfish knit. I really want to make myself something, and this is what got me. So it's this beautiful yarn. So that was the first thing I ordered from them. The second thing I ordered from them was this Hedgehog fiber sock yarn, and it is in Birthday Cake. And I've been eyeing this colorway for quite some time. It's really pretty, and I've heard people say that there's some that are a little bit more purple than others, and I think I got one of those, which is nice because I love purple. So I'm thinking that this is also going to be another pair of socks because I really, really like the simplicity but like the fun of doing a vanilla sock with this with Hedgehog fibers yarn. So new sock cast on that will be down the pipeline. Oh, I also ordered this wrist ruler, which is a bracelet in the medium color brown, and I'm wearing it right now. I have seen, I don't know if it's the same brand, but I had seen these bracelets on the Fringe Supply Company's website. And I've also seen Shannon from Very Shannon. I've seen her wearing one in some of her pictures, and I had my eye on it for a little while. And when I noticed that they had them in their shop, I threw that in my cart too. And then the last thing I ordered, I am super excited about. It's this really cute Notions case. It's really mini and small, like it fits in my hand. But it's amazing how much I fit in here. I love stitch markers and little bits and pieces of things that you need in your knitter's toolbox. And I have quite a few bags of Notions all over the place. So I started out with one of my little pouches, which keeps, you know, my scissors and a few bits and pieces in here. And I have this in my craft room, which is a beautiful BOOKHOU canvas printed case. It's beautiful. I bought this when I did a workshop with Aruna. And I keep like larger things in here. This isn't really something I would throw in a bag and take with me, but it's where I keep the bigger Notions. I've even got like a little notebook in here and all my cases of the bigger cases of stitch markers and my highlighter tape, washi tapes, things like that. But all those things, I still found it hard to find my stitch markers when I needed them, and all of these really cute progress keepers that I have been purchasing. So here it is. I think it's called the Snap and Go case, and it opens here. And you have basically 3 layers, but everything is closed up, so you're not going to lose anything. And I love this. This is keeping all of my stitch markers in here and progress keepers down here. I've got some needle protectors there. I've just thrown one darning needle in here in case I am missing one, and I've got, you know, my little mini scissors from Pearl Soho and some stitch holders and cable needles. So I love this thing. It's so compact. It's still light. I can just toss it into a bigger bag when I'm starting a project and I don't know what I'm gonna need, and I really love it. I would highly recommend this. It is one of my new favorite things. I love, 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 love. So those were the 4 things that I ordered. I was super happy. I really like their shop. Even just, I feel like just a little note that comes in with it seemed very personal, and it shipped really quickly. So I am definitely going to be ordering more in the future, and I am hoping to plan a visit one day soon. So what else do I have? Oh, I did a really fun little bag swap with the lovely Molly from MOLLYKLEINDESIGN. And we swapped a bag over Christmas, and she was really sweet and sent me an extra one that I am going to put aside and save for an upcoming giveaway. So I think this is the one I'm keeping myself because I feel like that's kind of me. Cleaning, cooking, doing laundry. I love it. It's so pretty. So pretty. Really love it. So Molly was really sweet and sent one for me. And then the one I think I am going to put aside for, I have a giveaway coming up, is this one here. It's the same size. It's a really nice size. I think you could fit at least 2 skeins in here. Got her little card in there. And she has such nice detail. She puts on a little handle and a contrast or pop color zipper. Really pretty. And it's a nice wedge bag, so you can sit it wherever you are and keep your project handy. So I'm going to pop this one into, at the end of the month, I am going to be drawing for the Crafty Winter Make-Along, which is the little make-along I'm doing in conjunction with Patty from 4 Boys and an NL Girl podcast. And I'm definitely putting this aside for that, as well as this Sweet Progress Keeper that I had shown previously. I've been saving it for something. I think that's going to go into that as well. I've got some other things I've been stashing, but I'm going to kind of wait. I want to keep it a little bit of a surprise. But I wanted to share these beautiful bags. And there's her label too. So that's MOLLYKLEINDESIGN on Etsy. I am going to put it on the screen because I know the spelling of her shop could lead you in the wrong direction. So I'm going to make sure I do it correctly on the screen. And you should check out her shop. She's always got tons of fun bags, and she's the sweetest lady. She's someone I'm really happy to have met through this podcasting and knitting community. So what else do I have? I think the only other things I wanted to show you were 2 things that my husband popped into my my stocking at Christmas, and he said it was as a joke, but it actually is a pretty good book. So he picked up the How to Knit Socks That Fit, and he thought it was a funny joke, but it's actually a really good book. It is by Donna Drukunis, right there. And it's really cute. It seems like there are some really great diagrams, which I'm such a visual person that sometimes it's nice to have that, and some basic sizing info or how to arrange your stitches. So I've been keeping that. I haven't really used it yet, but I think when I go to do my next sock, if I do it on a circular needle, if I do the magic loop, I might even just look at this because I had to make myself a diagram the last time of which needle and what direction, because sometimes I just can't envision it in my head. He also threw, I'm going to clear that. How do I clear? He also threw in one of these little row counters, which was really cute and unexpected. And we love stuffed animals in our house. It is like a fun thing, and puppets. We tend to do like when we play, even as the boys have gotten older, we play a lot and put on shows and have these whole things with puppets. And we've discovered these really great puppets. Now I'm trying to remember the name because the label is taken off, but I'm going to put it on the screen because I would highly recommend them. We first saw them or found them at Chapters Indigo. And I wanted to add to the boys' collection for Christmas. And when my husband was ordering them, oh, the name is here. I'm going to tell you. It is called FOLKMANIS Puppets. They are so realistic and beautiful, and my husband was ordering the ones that we chose for the boys this year, and he surprised me and got me my very own alpaca. So it's so fluffy and cute. And it's actually a puppet, and I am loving it. And it's been living in one of the boys' rooms, but with all the rest of them. But it's super cute. I love him. I love alpacas. There was a summer where we did some camping trips and we visited a few alpaca farms in Eastern Ontario, and I had my heart set on getting my own alpacas one day, and I just love them, and our whole family seemed to fall in love with them. So this was a really sweet surprise, and it kind of ended up in the boys' room, but he's mine. So that's my alpaca. Until I can have a real alpaca, that's my alpaca. So I think that covers everything new that I have gotten in the last month that I can think of. I have been ordering new fabrics for my shop and excited about sewing some new stuff for the spring. So I will just do a quick little shop update because I have been working on some new bags for spring, and I was hoping to have them out in my shop posted this Friday, but I think I didn't get enough done this weekend, and I think that's a little bit too much pressure. So I am planning on a shop update Friday, January 27th, which is just a little bit less than 2 weeks from now. And that is in my Etsy shop called Sandy by the Lakeside. And I thought I would show you just a couple of the bags that I have started. I did a few today. So the first one is this really pretty floral, and I really love this really bubblegum, pretty pink zipper that I put on there. These are beautiful quilting fabrics that I fell in love with quite a while ago, and I've been hoarding them, just waiting to sew them up for spring. So I love that lining too. It's a really nice gold. So that's the first one. The second one is this blue version with a mint and gold in it as well, and I've got a nice gold zipper. And these are my small project bags, which are perfect for socks or a hat or any 1 to 2 skein project, I think. That's what I usually do. And they are the wedge bag, and I do it so that you can fold it over and put your yarn in there and have like a little bucket. So there's the blue version. And the last one, which I really have my heart, it has my heart, I love this one. It's another cotton and steel new release, and it's these beautiful little, I think they're cats, and it looks like they're gardening. So they've got their little, the little patches of garden, and they've got the little signs of how much, I guess, those flowers or fruits or whatever they are would cost. So that's with a coral zipper and a gray pull, and I put a really nice Lotta Jansdotter quilting cotton in this one as well. So I love this one. I think they're all really pretty and fresh for spring. And those will be in my shop, as well as I am going to be making some of the larger bags. I have some new fabrics to do those. One is a floral, which is new for me and super, super pretty. And then the other one is another cotton and steel canvas. So I'm really excited about those. I have been planning new stuff for spring for quite some time, and I was really happy to finally cut into them this weekend and get going on some spring stuff. It's really, it's kind of been gray and gloomy, and as much as the snow hasn't been so bad here, I live just outside of Toronto. It's been really gray, and I'm kind of missing the sun and greenery and flowers, and yeah. So I'm trying to bring a little bit of that to my shop. So you will see that soon. January 27th is what I'm planning. If you are interested and want to keep up on updates about that, I will definitely post a little bit closer to the date. I will post on Instagram. If you're interested, you can follow me there as SANDYRAN. The last couple things I just wanted to talk about were some of my favorite things, and 2 of them I wanted to talk about were podcasts. One of them I already talked about. It was the ESPACE TRICOT podcast, which I highly recommend. You've probably already seen it, and I think they're They're quite popular already, only after 2 podcasts, but if you haven't seen them, I would recommend them, and I would definitely check out their shop because their selection of wool is phenomenal, and I think it's actually a good thing that they are not local to me because I might spend all of my money there. I have my eye on the Woolfolk yarn, and there were a couple projects that Lisa had done too, and hers was a rib hat, beautifully done with the Woolfolk far, and she wrapped, I think it was a shibori, like a really nice, beautiful, luxurious yarn with it, and it was stunning, and I almost ordered that, but I chose to do the Romney kerchief instead with the Joe Sharp. But anyways, I'm rambling, and they have a ton of great stuff. I want to order the gleaner from them because I don't have that yet to remove fuzz from your woolen objects, and a whole bunch of other yarns. They carry Scrumptious Pearl yarn, which is another brand that I really love. I've actually got one of her yarns on the way soon too from her Etsy shop, but they carry that, and they carry lots of beautiful things, so I would check them out. Another one that I wanted to mention that has become my favorite this week or this month, because I feel like I go through phases, and there's so many great podcasters and podcasts that I love, and they're all wonderful, but I go through phases where if I really like one, I just tend to watch a lot of them because I'm in the mood for them, and then I kind of miss out on new ones from other podcasters, but I save them up. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what I do. So I have been a little bit obsessive with Sarah from Love Sock Wool. She is my current favorite right now, and she's also what kind of got me back into having socks on the needles and having them on the go and just keeping them there, even if you're not, even if I'm focusing on the other projects, I want to have those socks on the needles too. Her choices in yarn, her personality, I love watching her podcast, and I watched her Vlogmas every single day that she posted and loved those too. And then I started to go back and watch some of her previous episodes that I hadn't seen. So that's been a lot of fun. I've been really enjoying that podcast, and I do have a lot of other Vlogmases that I need to catch up on because I didn't keep up with them, but I did watch Molly from A Homespun House, and that was also a lot of fun. I really like Vlogmas and watching those kind of casual videos where you get to see how people incorporate knitting into their daily life, which is fascinating to me because yeah, I don't know, it's just one of those things where I'm always squeezing in time or trying to figure out the right schedules and routines, and working full-time is, gets in the way of knitting a lot. So I love seeing when other people knit, even with their cooking. I love cooking, and just getting peeks into their day-to-day has been really fun. So I've been enjoying those a lot. And then other than podcasts, super quickly, I just wanted to mention, because you might, if you, like, this is a knitting podcast, and it's not knitting related at all, but I have been loving journaling this month, and I just wanted to mention a few new products that came out in North America at Michael's stores. I've mentioned Jane Davenport before. She's one of my favorite mixed media artists, and I've taken a workshop with her, but she came out with a whole range of products, mixed media items that are being sold at Michael's, and they are amazing. I'm just gonna give you, like, these are just papers, including artwork that she's done, and I like to use these in my traveler's notebook or in my sketchbook. They're just a lot of fun. I just wanted to mention it quickly. I did pick up one of her journals, and I had posted on Instagram with this, and I'm loving it. It's just nice to have somewhere to, like, really just put in. These are her paints too. I picked up some of her paints, and I plan on journaling or putting quotes and little drawings and things on top. It's just been a really nice way to unwind. I find Christmas and even January can be a little bit stressful. So I've picked up some of her paints. They're really pretty. They're matte acrylics. So just in case, because I know there are some planner people and journalers and things like that that watch this podcast, and I just wanted to mention her products are really fun, and with the Michaels coupons they were pretty affordable, and she's got all kinds of stuff. So you can check out the products in the store, or you can check on her Instagram. She's also got some videos to go with all of her products, and she's a lot of fun to watch. I really like her. She is so enthusiastic. She is really like an inspiration. She thinks that anyone can draw, and she encourages you to just play, and she's really, really great. So that's been a little bit of almost like self-care for me. I feel like that's been a really nice way to unwind, and if I've been a little bit too tired to sew, I've just pulled out one of my books and just kind of slapped down some paint and used some of my stamps, and like nothing fancy, but it's just been really nice, and it's a nice way to unwind, I think, anyway. So I wanted to mention Jane Davenport, and I think that just about covers everything. I am hoping to get back to do one last podcast this month, and I will probably wrap up the Crafty Winter Make-Along. But if you do have anything that you've been making over the holidays, or even up until the cutoff date at the end of the month, then please head on over to the By the Lakeside podcast group, or Patty's group, which is the 4 Boys and an All Girl podcast group, and make sure to enter in both of our threads there, so that way you have extra chances to win something. Patty will be drawing, and I will be drawing prizes at the end of the month, and we're looking forward to seeing all of your fun projects that you can share with us. And I think that's it. I will have a shop update in less than 2 weeks, so if you're looking for a new bag, then stay tuned for that. And otherwise, I hope you guys are having a great January and a wonderful start to the new year, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.